Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at in our globe, on the globe today. It's spring break, at least it is for us. It is gorgeous outside. Spring break for me means buying season is started. So we'll give everyone a minute to get to join us. It's been a great week. I got to meet somebody that I was really impressed with, Kyle Draper, the author of Rethink Everything You Know About Social Media. He came and presented for our office this week, so this will be on my list to read today. So trying some new things. I went live over on Instagram about 15 minutes ago, never done that before. I don't know if it was recorded, if it's going to live on there. I don't know what's going to happen, but I did an Instagram live. I think I'm going to do that going forward, a few minutes before we start the My Mortgage Hound stream on YouTube. Got a jam-packed show today. Kyle Draper, who's also a successful loan officer and a coach, business coach, kind of got me thinking, we do this, I do this 6 days a week. I help people buy homes. Most people do it once, twice, 4 times in their life. And so it's easy, even though I try to make an effort to keep it basic and go over things, that it's easy to assume you think people know. We're going to slow down a little bit and kind of do some home buying basics since it is spring break. A lot of first-time home buyers are out there. A lot of people that haven't done it in a while. People are staying in their homes a lot longer now. It's not like they're buying and selling a home every 4 or 5 years anymore. So we're going to go over some basics. We're going to talk about assumable loans. Learn something new this week. On assumable loans. It's not often I learn something new or thought I knew something, it was incorrect. Actually, I'm incorrect a lot, but I was surprised on this one. All right. Jeff, how's my audio? Can you hear the music? Can you hear my voice? Appreciate everyone's patience with last week. I was sick, and I tried to do the stream, but there's just no way. I couldn't talk. A lot of people it's going around, a lot of people are getting it. It wiped me out for a solid week. But one of the best parts about being sick is when you feel better, it feels great. Kind of feels like if I do a lot of hunting and fishing trips and stuff, and I'll go someplace and it's just cold and wet and dark and it won't stop raining and you're there outside for a week and then you come home to the sun and it's like the sun's never felt so good. That's what it's like getting over this cold. I have a burst of energy. I'm also my second cup of coffee. Saw the new Ghostbusters last night. I saw Dune. I've seen Dune twice in the theater. Loved Dune 2. Kind of thought Hollywood was back. Went and saw Ghostbusters last night and it stank. It wasn't that bad. It was okay. But I could hear Dune in the next theater. I was like, damn, I wish we were watching Dune. All right, let's get to it. And when they re-release or they make a sequel for something like Ghostbusters, you want to go back and watch the old ones. They're off all the streaming platforms. Now, if you want to watch Ghostbusters, you have to pay $5 to rent it. Where before the new Ghostbusters movie came out, I think they were all on Netflix for years. So, all right, enough stalling. Let's get to it. Every week, Gavin Hutkins over at Berkshire Hathaway sends us a weekly market snapshot. He's out of town. He missed sending me I overlooked the lockbox activity. I was really looking forward to that, but we will cover that next week. But what do you guys notice here? So this is just for Clark County, Southwest Washington. New listings, 234 new listings, up 4%. That's good. I'm bummed we missed last week, but that number's up quite a bit from where we were earlier in March. Pending sales, so homes that went into contract but have not yet closed, escrow. 223, also up 4%. So that's good to see, pending sales and new listings. This is the number that scares me. 165 listings sold. So homes that were pending, that have closed escrow, that's up 17%. I really like when we see our new listings and our listings sold. Right now we need to see more, we need to see that new listing number higher than our listings sold. Everyone wants to know what our values are going to do this summer. It's basic supply and demand. Okay, even though interest rates are at a 28-year high, I think I heard this week, 28-year high. You think that that would affect values, and it is keeping it from going crazy, but when we sell that many more homes than we list, it makes me nervous. Okay. Inventory crisis, you hear that a lot. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So on the Mortgage Hound live stream, when it comes to interest rates, my favorite go-to website is mortgagenewsdaily.com. I can't tell you enough that if you're trying to figure out if the rate you're seeing advertised is BS, if you want to know what's really going on, this is the most unbiased, easy to read website when it comes to mortgage rate, interest rates. So 30-year fixed, 6.91, we're creeping up. FHA's actually been fairly flat, coming down a little bit, 6.39 for FHA, 6.41 for VA, Jumbo, 7.29. And when I say unbiased, there's no points built in here, no tricky business. These are national average mortgage interest rates. This is also a great place to come to for articles. Near record setting week for boredom among mortgage rate watchers. I guess it was a good week to be sick. But they're very easy to read articles. They break down what the Fed's comments and what that all means, so a normal person can understand it. So Mortgage News Daily. So all the interest rates that we use on this live stream are going to come off the Mortgage News Daily. They're not my company's interest rates. They're the national average. That way we're always comparing apples to apples. So your experience may vary. Let's talk about assumable loans. Jeff said his first home with an assumable loan. So an assumable loan is typically they're government loans, so FHA, VA loans. And for the past 20 years I've been doing mortgages, there's a disclosure that says your loan is assumable. But we've never seen people assume somebody else's loan. So if let's say I'm a homeowner and I have an assumable FHA loan at 4%, somebody can come in and take over that mortgage. Now they have to qualify, they have to meet all the requirements. We'll go into that a little bit now, but that's pretty much what a assumable loan is. Now, there's been no need really to assume a loan since I've been doing mortgages, until rates went from 3.5 to 7 in 9 months. Okay, now there's a market for it. The problem is mortgage servicers, the companies that accept and process your payment and manage your mortgage, they don't have an assumable loan department because there's never been a need for it. Jeff, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Okay. So there's never been, since I've been doing mortgages, never been a demand for assumable loans, so a company's not going to go have a department and have processors and managers and underwriters to handle these assumable loans. Well, fast forward a year to where we're at today, companies are catching up, and we've had success with a few assumable loans in my office, helping clients get those assumable loans, and they can be a really good deal, but they are tricky. Okay. So Jeff, here's what I learned this week, and I thought I'm pretty confident on assumable loans, and a client of mine, a business acquaintance, wanted to write an offer on a home with an assumable loan, and I said, well, how do you know you're going to qualify? He goes, well, what do you mean? Why wouldn't I qualify? I go, what type of loan is it? And he goes, it's a VA. And I go, but you're not a veteran. And I thought you had to be a veteran to assume a VA loan. VA loans are very specific. You have to be a veteran. If I'm not married and I want my girlfriend to be on the loan, but she's not a veteran, she can't be on the loan. So when I'm buying a house. So the VA is very picky on that. So I thought for sure there's no way that a non-veteran could assume a VA loan. Wrong. I was wrong. And someone quickly pointed that out to me. I did some research, and you can assume, just like Jeff says here, he assumed a VA loan that was 8% when rates were over 16% in 1982, which is probably the last time assumable loans made sense. So here's the caveat to assuming a VA loan. There's a lot of VA mortgages out there in the high twos, okay? Is the seller has to be willing to give up their entitlement. An entitlement is given to a veteran that says, we'll guarantee this percentage of a loan. And you can lose your entitlement. Let's say you have a VA mortgage and you go into foreclosure. You can lose a portion of that entitlement. Doesn't mean you can't use your VA certificate again, but you're going to be limited on how much entitlement you have left. On a VA assumable loan, the sellers have to be willing to give up that percentage of their entitlement. Doesn't mean they can't use their VA loan again, but they may be limited. Now, if someone bought a home in 2020 and it's appreciated $200,000, they're probably not going to need a zero down VA loan on their next purchase, so it's not that big of a deal. In this example, they were willing to give up their entitlement. Two, you got to qualify, right? So you're going to have to be underwritten by their underwriting department of that lender. And let's say you're buying a $600,000 house with a $200,000 assumable loan. You're going to need to come up with $400,000 to assume that loan, plus closing costs and all that. Now, a lot of people aren't going to have $400,000 to put down, but there are banks that we work with that have developed home equity lines of credit specifically for buying a house with an assumable loan. So they can go up to, let's say you want to put 10% down, so $60,000 instead of $400,000. The home equity line of credit will cover that difference. So you can still come in with 10%. You'll have your 2.75 or whatever is on the assumable loan. You'll have your home equity line, which follows prime rates, which are 8.5 right now. So you're probably looking somewhere between 8.5 and 11%. And then you get what's called a blended rate. And that's where, Jeff, what do I always say? I help people buy a home in a smart way. This is where it pays to work with somebody that knows what they're doing. Because just because you're getting an assumable loan at 2.75, mind-blowing, that may not be the smartest move. It may be, most likely it will. But you want to do the math, because what does math do? Math never lies. And we want to look at a blended rate and see if that blended rate is lower than the rate that's available today. And I don't want to eat up the whole live stream with that. We may come back to that at the end and show you how to calculate a blended rate. But if you need help with this, in my description there is a link to schedule a 15-minute phone call with me. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. Give me a call and I can help you quickly figure out what that blended rate is and if it makes sense. All right. Exciting stuff at 9 a.m. on a beautiful Saturday morning, sitting here talking about blended rates. Let's get into some houses, huh? Who's ready to look at some houses? Okay. I just want to read Jeff's message here. Seller was going back to active duty and didn't need his entitlement. Okay, so here's a great example. Back in 1982, when Jeff used an assumable loan, the seller was going back to active duty, didn't need his full entitlement. We had a 3-year deal. So you guys had an agreement that after 3 years you would retire, you would refinance so he can get all of his entitlement back. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. In times in an inventory crisis, rates are high, affordability is tough. You got to get creative like this, and we're doing it every day. Okay. 331 North 35th Avenue in Richfield. Built in 2013, 1650 square foot. Look, Richfield's got some of the best schools in the state. It's very hot right now, one of the fastest growing cities. We're getting a Costco. We're getting it in and out, which I don't know how I feel about that. I think getting in and out of that parking lot's going to be crazy. So highly desirable area, very tricky to get in as a first-time home buyer, okay, especially right now. So 549.9. I picked these out today. I didn't ask agents to send them to me. If you guys have agents or you are a real estate agent and you want to feature a listing, I normally feature other listings, other real estate agents' listings that I know in town that I like and trust. I just picked these out today. So let's see what they say. Come to Richfield. Rugged fireplace, wood floors, knotty pine cabinets, luxury cabin appeal. Gourmet kitchen, covered patio, RV parking. I think that Costco, let me show you where this home is at. Okay. So here's I-5, the new grocery store. Move myself out of the way. Ross Hours is here. Costco's going in right here, right next to the freeway. And a lot of other retail stores are going in. I think it's going to have a tremendous impact in a positive way on values here. I've got to move myself back. Okay. All right, let's look at some pictures. All right, so, the title of this live stream today is Back to Basics, or Home Buying 101, Home Buying Basics. So here's some things I'm going to look at. Zillow's a really powerful tool, obviously. It depends on how good the agent is at featuring everything you need to know. But let's take a look at this first picture. We'll slow down a little bit. Interesting fence in the front, kind of like it. Nice retaining wall. I'm looking at a corner lot. I see a flagpole with 2 flags on it. A lot of people are nervous about HOAs, okay? So that's what I think of when I think of a flagpole. If you want a really strict HOA where they say no flagpoles, if they say no flagpoles, they're definitely going to give you a fine if you leave your garbage cans out more than 2 days. Okay, so if you like that, this may not be the neighborhood for you. If you don't like a really strict HOA, that flagpole tells you a lot. Okay, let's go to the next picture. All right, flat, usable driveway, 2-car garage, but I can tell right away there's that RV space. A lot of times when an agent puts RV pad, RV parking on the description, it doesn't have to be, it can be really small. I've seen some things that there, some RV pads that you can never park an RV on here, but here we have a nice big gate, I can tell. This house has character. I like it. For being 1,600 square feet, it's got a lot of character. There's that corner lot. Okay, so from this picture, you know, a lot of times, Jeff, I'm sure you hear this too. And real estate agents, I hear this a lot. The home looks so beautiful in the pictures that I got out there and I noticed all these things that I didn't see in the picture. Well, you can learn a lot from pictures before you take the time to go out and look at a house. Okay, so what I see here is I see on the street to the right here, I see a yellow line in the road. So that tells me, yes, this home's on a corner lot, but it's going to be a busier road. Okay, and I happen to have a pretty good idea where this house is, and that road's not a main artery, it's just a road that accesses several neighborhoods in that development. But it is going to be a busier road. Nice landscaping, I agree, low maintenance. Got a storm door. A couple weeks ago we talked about a burglary I had experienced, and I asked Jeff, would a storm door impact my premiums? And he said no. But you do have a storm door, which is nice, a little extra security. Okay. Nice gas fireplace. Room for a pool table. This must be a bachelor. Open concept, like the hardwood floors. We got a ceiling fan. Looks like good lighting. Yep, nice big windows. So what I'm looking at here in these pictures, obviously beautiful cabinets. This isn't a home you're going to need to come in and update. It's good to go. But I look for things like, you know, is there woodwork around the whole window frame, or is it just at the bottom? Right? I look at those type of things. You can definitely tell this is a model home, or somebody really did some upgrades, and that really affects longevity of your hard surfaces in your cabinets. This home looks great for being 2013. Going the wrong way. Gas range. This is interesting. It looks like they have a storm door going out the back to the back patio. Nice wide door instead of a slider. Interesting. Looks like a walk-in pantry or an oversized pantry closet. Interesting. So we have a backsplash, granite backsplash to the top of the cabinets around the range, but not over here. Not a big deal. I like having it up to the cabinets over the range. For 1,600 square foot, this is a really nice use of space. Good lighting, 9-foot ceilings. Okay, master bedroom. Dual vanity. Guest bedroom 1, guest bedroom 2. Guest bath, single vanity. All right, 1,600 square foot, 1,600 square feet. I expect The washer and dryer to be in a closet. They're not. We have a full laundry room here. So that's nice. Nice use of space. All right, guys. This is where we talk about put your pictures in order here. Okay? I want to be able to know what room I'm in. So, I don't know. It's just out of order. So there's bunk beds here, no bunk beds here, bunk beds here. The next listing, I gotta tell you, I don't know these agents. I'm gonna call and meet them today. But they have their Zillow listing dialed, and we're gonna look at that here in a minute. All right, so here's that back patio, covered back patio. Fenced, low maintenance, nice landscaping, small, which could be a plus if you're busy like I am. Again, picture's a little out of order. Not a big deal, but there's that RV pad. Okay. But for 1,600 square foot in Richfield, it's a very nice home. A lot of stuff you're not going to get at that price point on new construction. All right, let's look at some numbers. So, start with an FHA. FHA is not a first-time homebuyer program, but it is designed to help people that are getting started in their career, getting started in home ownership, maybe don't have the highest credit score, maybe have a lot of student loans. You know, they're a little easier to qualify for. And they FHA requires 3.5% down, which would make our loan amount $540,000. Interest rate, which I took right off the Mortgage News Daily website, 6.39. Look at our payment breakdown. Again, $549.9 is our purchase price. Principal and interest would be $33.77. Property taxes on this home are $340 a month, which is pretty good for Richfield. Homeowners insurance somewhere between $50 and $100 a month. Probably, I think 75 is a good number to use right now. That's going to vary depending on which insurance company you use, if you use a good broker like Jeff, and what coverages you elect. Mortgage insurance. I always go through this fast, but we said home buying basics today. Mortgage insurance does nothing for a home buyer. Working on a sneeze. Excuse me. I'm one of those guys that if I sneeze once, sometimes I'll sneeze like 18 times. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Mortgage insurance does nothing for a home buyer other than allows them to put less than 20% down. Okay? If the homeowner has a mortgage with mortgage insurance and they default, they stop making payments, they go into foreclosure, the mortgage insurance company reimburses the lender a percentage of the balance. So it removes a level of risk for a lender to lend to somebody with only 3.5% down. They know if something happens, they're not going to lose their shorts. In this example, FHA has two forms of mortgage insurance. Okay, the first is this monthly amount, and it'll change based off your loan amount. It's a percentage. Let's call it $220 a month. So if I add these four numbers together, I get a total payment of $4,012. If you watched the show before, you know what I'm going to ask. How does that number sit with you? How does that number sit with you, Rose? I got my dog in here. The real mortgage hound. $4,000 a month. There's no right or wrong answer here, but I really encourage you guys to share how that number makes you feel with the people that are helping you. Is that number scary? It is a lot. And my wife was getting ready this morning, and I go, you want to know why mortgage guys like me and real estate agents have slowed down a little bit? You know, buying a first home, $4,000 is a lot. With that said, okay, yes, affordability is becoming an issue, but a lot of people, I'm not seeing a lot of declines come across my desk because they can't afford, they don't qualify for the payment. Which is why that question is so important right now, is just because you qualify for $4,000, how does it make you feel? I'm going to get the answer of, that scares the crap out of me, there's no way we can afford that. The second answer I get is, yeah, that's actually well within my budget. And you'd be surprised that $4,000 is in a lot of people's budget, believe it or not. In an age where you can't control your rent's going up, inflation's going up, even at $4,000, fixing your cost of living is probably more important now than it has been in a long time. And then I have my engineers, my CPAs, those clients that say, Cody, that's exactly what I calculated, $412.10. So those are the answers I get. But you need to communicate that. Do we need to be looking at different programs? Do we need to be asking the seller for more? Should we negotiate hard on the purchase price? Or are we in the wrong purchase price? Should we bump up our purchase price? Should we lower our purchase price? So that's why you got to share how these numbers make you feel. Okay, write this down. Home buying basics, home buying 101. I'm gonna blow my nose. Hold on. Blow it off camera. Okay, this is one of the best equations or best formulas to have handy. I'm getting a lot of stuff bright here. Hopefully that fixes the. For every $10,000 in loan amount or purchase price, it's going to affect my payment roughly $60 a month. So if we were looking at a house for $559, I could expect my payment to be roughly $4,070. Okay, it's not exact, it's just used for doing guesstimations. That formula also works in reverse. So for every $60 a month in payment, it's going to affect what I qualify for, or my borrowing or buying power, by $10,000. Say that again. For every $10,000 in purchase price or loan amount, it's going to impact my payment by roughly $60 a month. And that works in reverse. So for every $60 a month in payment, it's going to affect what I qualify for, or my buying or borrowing power, by $10,000. Okay, what does that mean? You can use that tool for a lot of things. You can use it for analyzing your consumer debt. Okay. If I have a $600 BMW payment, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. But if you have a $600 BMW payment, or you're thinking about buying a house and the new Bronco came out and you really want to trade in your Honda Accord, go get the new Bronco, it has a $600 payment, that's equivalent to $100,000 in mortgage. Meaning after I buy that Bronco and I add a $600 mortgage payment, or excuse me, car payment, I'm going to qualify for $100,000 less for a mortgage. So it's a great way to analyze consumer debt. Should I pay off debt? Should I lower my payments so I can qualify for more? It's also, we always say on the live stream, we help people buy a home. I help people finance their home in a smart way. What's this mortgage insurance doing? $220 a month. $220 divided by $60 is going to be $36,000 in buying power. I'm losing because I have mortgage insurance. So if, let's say, I was looking at this house for $549, and then there was another house in a different part of town for $569, $20,000 more, but my property taxes were $220 a month, which would be $120 less. My payment would be the same on those two homes, even though I'm paying $20,000 more for the house. I love that formula. If that's your one takeaway from today, and we're going long, I don't even know if we're gonna have time to get to the second house today, but that's a great formula to use. All right. Closing costs, cash to close, 3.5% down. It's $19,246. Closing costs, $36.91. That's going to cover your tax, your title and escrow fees. Okay. I'm changing my mind. I was going to go into all these definitions. We'll touch on a few, but I'm putting a list together. I'm going to do some short videos I'm going to put on YouTube that you guys can go back and reference to get those definitions. Title insurance just ensures that the title of the house is free and clear, that there hasn't been a contractor that put a $30,000 lien against the house that's going to follow to you if you buy it. Title insurance is to guarantee that's not going to happen. And your escrow fees for processing all the paperwork at signing. That's going to be the majority of that. It's also going to include your county recording fees and your lender fee. We charge a flat $14.50 to do the loan. No 1% origination fee, no junk admin fees. So about $36.91. You're going to pay an additional $300 to $500 for a home inspection, which is not required, but we highly recommend you get one. And you're going to pay $800 for an appraisal. There's two forms of mortgage insurance on FHA. The first is that $220 a month. This is the second. They charge a one-time upfront fee that gets financed into the loan. And it's a percentage, which is why if we're putting 3.5% down, our loan-to-value ratio should read 96.5, but it reads 98.29 because we are financing in that $9,800. That will be refunded to you prorated depending on when you refinance or sell a house. Prepaid taxes, insurance, and interest. We've broken this down a lot on the live stream. I'm going to do a separate video breaking it down even further. Basically, that's starting your new escrow account. So there's enough funds in your account when you make your payment each month. The taxes and insurance portion will be added to that account to pay your homeowner's insurance every 12 months when it's due, and to pay your property taxes in Clark County every April and October when they're due on your behalf. It's also going to cover prorated interest for the month that we close in, this is huge, okay? And this is a very common question, when is my first payment due? If we write an offer this weekend, we go into contract early next week, we're probably going to close maybe that first week of May. So my first payment's not going to be due until July 1st. So it buys me a lot of time to get moved, to get used to the payment, to say, there's a lot of unexpected expenses that come with moving. So the prorated interest there is included in that number too. So total out-of-pocket expense is $27,937. Let's just call it 28 grand. We can ask the seller to contribute towards that. We can get that number down. If we ask the seller to pay, gave us $8,691, we'd be bringing in just our down payment, which we could do. Okay. I also did a 5% down conforming. I'll go through this kind of fast. 5% down conforming, interest rate 6.91. I have this structured where we're buying out the mortgage insurance premium. Okay, so there's no mortgage insurance. We're looking at $38.59. Closing costs 5% down. We're going to buy out that mortgage insurance. Okay, so we're going to spend $7,000 to save a couple $100 a month. It's an option. I like it. We have to do the math to make sure it makes sense, but I just wanted to show you this. We could ask the seller to pay for a lot of that for us. We could be bringing in just our down payment of $27,000 if that's how we structured it. And then what if I'm downsizing? I think that would be a great house to downsize to. Kids are gone. I don't need my 4,000 square foot house anymore. I'm going to downsize in a low maintenance, little one level. Let's put 25% down. $27.18. Monthly payment $31.33. Closing costs $146 without asking the seller to pay anything. $146. Okay. I crammed a lot in this one as far as info. What do you guys think? I know we have light attendance this morning. There's only a few people in chat. So if you are not watching this live, you can't chat. But what you can do is leave a comment. What do you think about these numbers? What do you think about the market? How am I doing? You not like my shirt? If you have a thought about what you see here, or if you have a question and you're not watching live, put it in chat. Not in chat. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Hit the thumbs up. Hit subscribe. Okay. The whole point of doing this live stream and the whole point of my consultations is to grow confidence in what we're doing here and what you're doing as far as being a home buyer. Jeff, that makes me feel great. Thank you for those nice words. I'm waiting for somebody to diss me in the chat. I've never been dissed on my live stream, but I'm sure it's going to happen. But the whole point is to get confident in what we're doing, right? We're making decisions when we're buying a house. It's going to affect our life dramatically. And you don't want to go out there and feel like you have to fake that you know everything. And you don't have to go out there and be intimidated. You know, just spend a few minutes on a Saturday morning on the stream or give me a call and we'll make sure you're super confident in what you're doing. Let's go look at one more house. It's 9:43. It's sunny outside. I'll go watch my daughter ride horses here in a little bit. Head down to the beach. Spring break. So I didn't want agents to send me listings this week. I didn't ask them to. I wanted to go out and find some listings on my own. I'm about ready to show you something I haven't seen, and maybe you guys have seen it. Maybe I'm just behind the times. But this is a Zillow listing. Right? If I was selling my house, this is what I want to see. Well, I would ask my agent, are you just going to randomly throw pictures up on Zillow where I don't know what room I'm in, I can't really tell what I'm doing? Yes, you may have hired a professional photographer, but or how well, Mr. or Mrs. Agent, do you know Zillow? Can you make your Zillow listing look like this? Super professional, stand out against the other listings on Zillow. I just think it's really nice. Nice slideshow. And this is listed by Heidi Growing and Michelle Marlehan. I'm going to be calling you this week. I want to meet you guys. I think your Zillow listing really sets up a good first impression, not only for this house, but for you guys as agents. We're going to Philida, 10,804 Northwest 15th Place in Vancouver, 98685. 3 beds, 2 bath, 2,090 square feet, 750,000. I don't think this house is open today, but you can call them up and get a tour. Tell them you saw it on the Mortgage Hound. live stream. Built in 2020. Let's see how they did on their description. Just so you guys know too, I don't do a lot of research on these homes before I glance at them so I can prepare for the stream. But I want to watch these for the first time with you guys so we can get that first impression together. This exquisite former model home nestled in a gated community. Okay. First thing I notice is we're at 2,100 square feet at 750,000. Yeah, it's a lot. Flight is high demand. But then I see things like this in the description. Former model home. So it's going to be pimped out. Nestled within a gated community. Right? So it's painting a picture without me going out to the property. Painting a picture of what I'm getting for my 750,000. Brightness and elegance with luxurious vinyl flooring throughout the main living areas. It's not often you see luxurious and vinyl in the same sentence, but vinyl flooring can be very luxurious. Custom built-in features such as a media hub, quartz counters, kitchen and bath. Primary bedroom offers a serene escape. You know, that's one thing I haven't changed yet. I still call it a master bedroom. I guess that's a no-no. What do you guys think about that? Primary bedroom versus master bedroom, does it really matter? I don't know. I think it's the right thing probably is to put primary bedroom, but maybe I'm just showing my age and I'm still a young guy. All right. Offers a serene escape, offering a step-in shower. You know, that's a lot of people are looking for a step-in shower that they can kind of get old in, right? With a low threshold of entry. Large soaking tub, oversized walk-in closet. Fully fenced backyard. Covered patio. Okay. Look at this Zillow listing. It is way cooler than any other Zillow listing I've seen. Look at this. I got my pictures on the left. I don't have to get out to see my purchase price. Jump to a photo by tapping on a green square. So here's a floor plan of the house. This is better than a virtual walkthrough. Floor plan of the house. And like I said, one of my biggest complaints is when the pictures are out of order on Zillow. I'm in the kitchen in one picture, and then I'm in an office in another picture, then I'm back in the kitchen, then I'm in one bedroom, now I'm in the other. So I hate it when they're out of order. I want to feel like I'm walking through the house. Look at this. I can be in whatever order I want. It's really nice because it does give you the floor plan. So let's do this. I believe this is our entry. Let's walk through this house. So nice long entry. So in this price range, I'm looking for things like, I want a nice entry. I don't want, like in our last house for $550, you open the front door and you're right into the great room. I like a nice entry. I can put a little table for my keys. It gives you a place to greet your guests. And so, and then to the right of the entry is that must be part of the bedroom. Okay, make sure we do this right. Let's just go to this picture. Okay, so we turn around and there's our entryway. Off the entryway, is this a bedroom? This looks like it could be an office or a bedroom. It has a closet, so it's going to count as a bedroom off our entry. This looks like maybe another office or bedroom. There is a closet there. To the left on our entry, we have a very nice guest bathroom. Yeah, look at the shower. It's a nice walk-in shower with a low threshold. I don't know if we're going to have time to go over numbers. I just like this listing. Okay, really nice, great room. Yes, I'll call those floors luxury vinyl. They look nice. Very nice floors. manufactured hardwoods. Luxury manufactured hardwoods. Sounds much better than luxury vinyl. Thanks, Jeff, for being here. Appreciate it. Go to the another view of the great room. Very nice kitchen, beautiful cabinets, backsplash. So the cabinets almost to the ceiling. Look good, tall cabinets, nice lighting. I like that there's a man door outside instead of a slider. Let's see what's over here. Really nice walk-in pantry. I like the island. The cabinets are a different color. That's trending right now. All right. Is that a gas fireplace or electric fireplace? Looks a little electric to me. Okay, so what happens if we go past that entertainment center? Looks like another bedroom. This could be our primary bedroom. So in this house, a lot of the square footage is going to be in that great room. Bedrooms are a little on the small side, but you got to make the most out of 2,100 square feet. Having that long entry, having a large great room really makes the house feel bigger than 2,100 square feet, but you're going to pay for that in the bedrooms. Very nice master bath, lots of tile. See the walk-in closets in the bathroom, gotta love that. Dual vanity. Nice big walk-in closet. No carpets in the closet. You gotta love that, right? Who likes vacuuming their master bedroom closet? Not me. Okay. Then our nice utility room. Very nice. See if I missed any. Oh, backyard, covered patio, low maintenance, fully fenced, green space. Gated community. There we go. Isn't this house just calling for a window here? I think what you would have to do here for the curb appeal is put a nice bench and maybe a couple potted plants on each side. That's what I would do anyways. Okay. Let's go through these numbers quickly. If you made it this far, you're awesome. All right, 2-1 buy downs. This is what I did here. We're not going to have time to go over this today, but you can ask the seller to give a 2-1 buy down. That's not a loan program. It's a loan feature that can be added to almost any mortgage out there, and it buys down your interest rate. 2% in interest rate the first year, 1% in the second year. 750. In this example, we're putting 10% down. I think I like 10% down in this price range. Some first-time home buyers can get there. A lot of move-up buyers can get there. Okay. Interest rate 6.91. Total payment $51.57. Quick breakdown of that: $44.50 is your principal and interest, $520 for taxes. I do have mortgage insurance on here at $112 a month. So we're at $51.57. Total out-of-pocket expense without any contributions from the seller would be $85,691. If we did do that 2-1 buy down, look, you can get the payment all the way down to $42.94 for the first 12 payments, saving you $863 the first year. Give yourself some breathing room to get into the house and get used to that higher payment. In year 2, our payment's going to go up a little bit to $47.15. We're going to save $442 a month, and if we haven't refinanced by year 3, we're at the full $51.57. That is fixed for 30 years. Guys, today was a fun episode. We went over a lot. Like, subscribe, all that. Leave comments. I'm going to be doing a video series I'm going to put on YouTube. We're going to cover some basics. So I can say earnest money deposit. If you want to know more about that, click on this video, because I think that would be really helpful if everyone had on my channel, they had a place to go to really hear definitions on some of the basic stuff that a lot of people think they know or think everyone knows, when a lot of people don't know. So there you go. Everyone get out of the house. Go have a nice spring break. If you are on spring break, it is beautiful outside. I can't wait to get out of here. Have a great week and see you guys next week.